voice. We love that. We're so happy to be here. My name's Timothy Franzik, and this is...
I'm Pastor Zoe Quester.
And I've heard so much about Judson over the years. I sung in kind of sacred capacity over the last few decades, and I keep hearing about Judson, so it's so sweet to be with you today. Thanks for having us. Over the summer, we created this, and this song came central. And this song has 3 different parts. So if you'd be willing to learn them with us, it'll come up later in this presentation. This one, we'll start right here. Do you want to be well? It's that simple. Try it. Do you want to be well? Even louder, maybe harmony. Come on. Do you want to be well? There's a little rhythmic, the drum set goes like this. Ready? Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. New mind. It's that simple. Come on. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. New mind. Try a harmony there. Here we go. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. New mind. Okay, that's getting so good, we better leave it alone. It'll get better and better later, huh? So then we have this other part that's really fun. You want to show it to us, Zoe?
What is good for the world will be good for us.
What is good? What is good for the world will be good for us. Climb on board. What is good for the world will be good for us. Those 3 all go together. Should we try it just a little tiny bit? Over here, let's start with strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. New mind. Keep that going.
Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. New mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. New mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. New mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. New mind. What is good for the world will be good for us.
Let's get this show on the road, or this road on the show, or whatever this thing is here.
Okay. Welcome. We are so glad you're here. We are here too. Well, duh. They can see that, right? Wow, awesome. Gosh, thank you. Well, as I was saying, we are here today to present to you the one, the only Planet-Care Roadshow. Us humans, at least so far anyways, have lived our lives thinking that what is good for us will be good for the world. Yep, what's good for us is good for the world. Well, maybe not all good for the whole world, but hey, we're still doing okay, right? Yeah. Woo!
We have lived our lives thinking what was good for us is also good for the world. We have lived our lives thinking what was good for us is also good for the world.
Hey, that's catchy. I know. What's good for us is good for the world. And like we said, so far we're doing okay. And somebody's doing something to fix things, right?
I mean, sure, I'm counting on it.
Me too. Mostly I'm just waiting to see what happens.
Let's just wait and see.
Let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see what happens.
But of course, we do all care about this issue. Or at least we know we should care about this.
And we're here today to talk about that. What we can do to help the environment.
We've got some things in mind, and maybe you do too.
Tell you what, why don't we just brainstorm a little bit and come up with ideas about how we can all help?
That's great. You out there, just call out an idea. What do you think we should do?
Oh, wow, that's great. Ooh, anything else?
Are there more?
Yeah, that's great.
These are so good.
Wow. Wait. It's like somebody's telling you this information.
Yeah, what is going on here?
What? Get out of here, take your phones and go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Sometimes things don't turn out like we think they will.
I know. Sometimes I think we've got this all wrong.
I know. Maybe this is all just a drop in a bucket. It's never going to be enough.
Who cares if we recycle plastic and we keep making more and more and more? Sometimes I think we've started something we can't control. We're all in deep trouble.
Do you ever wonder if it's all too late?
Yeah, all the time.
You know, this puts us in mind of an old story.
Let us tell it to you.
Once there was a pond, and there was beautiful sunlight on the pond. In the evening, as the sun was setting, the pond would glow and sparkle with gold. One evening, out in the golden light of the water, there was a small dark spot moving along the water. It started out far away, but now it's coming closer. That's our little turtle, who has lived on the pond his whole long life. He's never known anything else, just that pond, and his best friend, Old Tree. Turtle's coming in for a visit. Old Tree was tall and strong and ancient, older by far than Turtle himself. It had put down roots on one side of the pond and then stretched way over to the other side of the pond and put roots down there too. The tree and all its roots were like a giant jungle gym for Turtle, and he loved to climb around on the roots and nestle down in the roots after swimming, or just find a cozy little curve in the roots to sleep in. Always he was kept safe by his friend, Old Tree. Most days, like this one, Turtle would find time to go check on his friend. They would tell stories to each other and make sure the other was happy and safe. And then Turtle would say, "Well, time for me to go for a while." And Old Tree would say, "Okay, you go. I'll wait here." And the two of them would have a good laugh because that was the only joke Old Tree knew. One day, Turtle woke up and climbed out of his cozy root nest. He went down to the water's edge and gazed out across the surface of the small pond. And there, looking him straight in the face from the other side, was a troll. And not just one troll, but a whole family of trolls. Standing right there in the bright sun, clear as could be. Now these trolls were small, but they were loud, and Turtle could hear them all the way across the water. The trolls called out to Turtle, "Hey, Turtle, you have such a beautiful, strong shell." Turtle smiled. "Thank you," he said. Turtle felt proud and happy. Old Tree was watching, and it was happy for its friend too. "Yes," the troll went on, "a very beautiful, strong shell, and we would like to build a house on your shell. We see you like to sit in the golden sun, and we like to sit in the golden sun too. Would you let us build just a small, tiny, little house on your shell?" Turtle was happy and friendly, and he liked to help, and he liked to say yes. "Okay, yes," said Turtle. "I'll swim over to you." And so he did. And just as they had promised, the trolls built a small, sturdy house on Turtle. Then they had a little celebration, and they moved into the house. And soon, their cousin troll came, saw the wonderful house, and so he asked if he could build a house on the other side of Turtle's shell. And Turtle said, "Yes." So up went another house. Turtle thought it was fine because now all the trolls would be safe in their small houses on his shell. And with a house on each side, it didn't feel quite so lopsided. When the trolls were all moved into both houses, they threw another celebration, and this one was bigger than the last one. Old Tree saw all this and waved its branches back and forth in the air. And all was well for a time. But trolls are industrious and they love to build things. And one morning, all the trolls from both houses knocked on Turtle's shell and woke him up. Turtle stuck his head out. "Turtle," they said, "we need to ask you something. We think there are some bad trolls around, and we're afraid they might want to come here and take our houses. So we want to build a tower so we can climb up and see them coming. Is it okay if we build a tower on your shell?" Turtle wasn't sure this time, but the trolls assured him they would be safer and happier, and that they needed the tower, and Turtle said, "Okay, yes." So the trolls built a tall tower on the back of the shell. But now, when Turtle started walking in his slow, steady turtle way, he wasn't very steady at all. The tower started swaying in the wind. Turtle could feel the tower moving one way and then the other, and Turtle felt tippy and unsure. He called out to the trolls, who were at that very moment inside the tower having a big celebration. They were raucous and loud, and with all that partying, they didn't hear Turtle at all. Turtle lumbered off to see his trusty friend, Old Tree. It was hard for him to get to the tree, what with the houses and the trolls and the tall tower. And the trolls were partying so loudly it gave him a headache. He was so unhappy. Old Tree saw him coming, felt sad for its friend. Turtle took one step after the other, each harder than the one before. At last, Turtle was so tired and unhappy, he couldn't take another step. All of a sudden, he lost his balance and fell completely upside down. Tossed and jumbled about, the trolls had no idea what was happening, and they started to howl. Then, Old Tree leaned over its little friend, waved its mighty branches in the wind. Inside the party tower, the trolls knew something was happening, and they all felt quiet. Out of the silence, Old Tree began to sing to Turtle. Little Turtle, do you want to be well? What shall I do, Old Tree? I will help you, said the tree. I'm very old and very strong, and I can use my branches to help you flip over. But you can't go on like this. You'll have to let the trolls go. Do you want to be well? Do you want to be well?
Do you want to be well? Do you want to be well?
Turtle struggled in his heart. He wanted to help the trolls be safe, to have nice houses and a place to live. But he couldn't carry them this way any longer. So he looked up at Old Tree and slowly nodded his head up and down. Yes. Old Tree called to the trolls to come out of their houses and listen. All the trolls marched out and lined up. There were 3 rows of trolls, all there right in front of Old Tree and Turtle. Trolls aren't often frightened, but now these trolls were frightened indeed. Turtle could see Old Tree's familiar branches waving, and he could hear all the leaves rustling softly in the breeze. It felt so good to know they were there, shimmering above him. And then Old Tree began to speak to the trolls, said they couldn't live on Turtle's back anymore. The houses and the towers had to come down. At first, the trolls were completely speechless. Then, some of them got mad and started hopping up and down in anger and fighting among themselves. But the biggest troll stopped them and said, "Oh, bilge, baloney, blather, bunkum. Can't you see we're not wanted here? We're leaving this rotten place." And off they went. Then Old Tree ran his deep branch under Turtle's shell and turned him right side up. And with other branches, Old Tree brushed Turtle's shell. The tower and the houses fell away, and the shell was once again beautiful and clean and smooth. Turtle was so happy, he ran to the water, well, as fast as turtles can run, and dived in. He felt so light and free. When he came up, he was splashing so hard and so fast, he flew right up into the air. When he was back on land, he went straight to Old Tree. Turtle thanked Old Tree for its help and love. The 2 friends had a long, long talk about everything, and then Turtle said, "Old Tree, I'm so tired. I want to find a nice place in your roots and go to sleep for 100 years. And Old Tree said, "Sure, you do that, Turtle. I'll wait here." And they laughed and laughed and laughed.
You know, folks, all this time we've been thinking that what's good for us will be good for the world.
Yeah, and we're okay so far, so we could just wait and see what happens.
But I'm starting to think we have it all backwards.
Yeah, I think we should start to think first about what is good for the world.
Because what is good for the world will be good for us.
And maybe all this time, that thing we're waiting for is us.
Maybe we're what we're waiting for.
We are the ones we are waiting for.
We are the ones we're waiting for. We are the ones we're waiting for.
It's us, it's you.
It's you. What is good for the world will be
Good for us.
Sing along. What is good for the world will be
Good for us. What is good for the world will be
well.
for us. What is good for the world will be good for us.
Everybody come up and tell us your names.
Yeah.
We want names.
Want this back?
Oh, sure.
Let me turn it on real quick.
From left to right.
Hi, my name is Audrey. I'm a sophomore in high school at St. Louis Park.
My name is Evie.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 3rd grade.
Hi, Abby.
My name is Claire. I'm in 6th grade.
My name's Simone and I'm in 7th grade. My name's Paige and I'm in 8th grade at Wayzata West Middle School.
Hey, woohoo! And thank you, met the musicians, and thank you so much. It was such a good show, such a good show. Now, I don't think I'm going to pass the mic, but if you have, I would like to know what struck you. What did you resonate with? What parts did you like the best? And think about it for a minute and then just stand up and call them out. What parts did you like the best?
I don't- You're talking to the
Yeah, everybody.
congregation now? Yeah. Well, when I was in Europe, I went around and visited towers. Back in the Middle Ages, people made these big towers so they could see who was coming. And when the marauders would come in, they lived around marauders all the time.
Marauders.
They would go into the tower and just be there until they bored them or something. They left. It's kind of interesting.
And they're heavy on the earth, aren't they, towers? Yeah,
Tall,
heavy things.
one spire towers. A whole village can climb up it, stay there for 3 months at a time.
Woo, 3 months in a tower.
Kind of a watchtower.
Thanks, Jim. What struck you? I liked the part when the tree had feelings and could speak. Scotty.
I love that you told serious concepts through a delightful story. It was very creative, and with music, and with words and puppets. Very creative. Loved it. Great message. Thank you.
Thank you. What parts struck you? Where do you think you relate the most?
I liked, or I found it touching that the turtle was so willing to hold the houses
Yeah.
until it got too much, and then needed help to recover.
Good, yeah. That turtle dipping and changing direction. Lynn?
I like the hopeful message because many of us are recycling and composting and doing organic recycling and other things that we can do, but that there's a larger effort that if we all join together, we can make and hopes of making a difference. Because it's like, what else do we need to do? Well, many more things, but there's underlying joyfulness and hope that collectively we can make a change.
What is good for us is good for the world.
Yeah, I can read that. It's a short Wendell Berry quote that this stems from. I'd love to bring it. It's so beautiful and concise. Wendell Berry said, "We have lived our lives by the assumption that what was good for us would be good for the world. We've been wrong. We must change our lives so that it's possible to live by the contrary assumption that what is good for the world will be good for us. And that requires that we make the effort to know the world and learn what is good for it."
I'm curious about, from you guys, what, do any of you have a favorite tree? How did you dream up the part that the tree could speak to the turtle?
Well, I think it was just finding a way to express the message through animals, because animals are also being damaged by like all the pollution or just climate change in general. So being able to tell the story through the eyes of an animal and a plant, I think, was one of the ideas.
Right. Any other thoughts here? No? Okay, what was your favorite character in part of doing backstage? What did you like to do the best?
We all had like different parts and we'd help out with each other, but I enjoyed playing like the turtle and
You were a turtle?
yeah, especially at the end when it's like happy and it jumps around. It's really fun.
Yeah, I love that happy part. And when Tree saved the day, I like that part too. Any other?
I like the tree. I think it's just very cool. I think trees are just so beautiful, so it's cool to represent a tree in the story.
Right.
I like playing the little spot at the beginning because it's just so like peaceful and like fun to play because it's so tiny.
So which one of you put the sun up in the sky?
Both of us.
Oh, two. Oh, more than one sun. All right. And which one of you tipped the turtle over so that the houses could fall down?
It's kind of a mixed effort.
Isn't it fun? We come to know a play like this and we love it so much. Anything else from you guys to them? Brad?
I really like, I think it happened more than one time when Tree said to the turtle, I will be here.
I will wait for you.
That gave me hope.
Yeah.
Well, I love the honesty of your presentation because you sort of held the mirror up to ourselves about what we are willing to do to take advantage of others. But I also appreciated the communication of the tree as well. Like Brad, we're learning so much more about how trees communicate with one another and communicate with the world. So I love the fact that you captured that as well.
Thank you.
Scott?
I love that you taught us a new song to sing.
Well, it's worth noting that these shells, we're thankful to the Heart of the Beast, which has a lending library. So they're willing to allow us to take these for a few months, Heart of the Beast Theater. And also this style of puppetry comes from thousands of years in China. And we studied that. I've been over there and we talked and we watched many videos to create this. And so we want to tip our hat to the Chinese.
And I want to hold up Vince Jacobson and Deb Flynn. Vince is the one
that made up this traveling stage, and it folds down into a little box that fits neatly into his van and goes between the front two seats, and it's just wonderful. And Deb has been the one that made the puppets and kind of visualized everything, and Tim wrote all the music.
With you, yes.
We did it together. We wrote the story together, but it was a mutual effort. And you know, there's that beautiful, when Jesus heals, he almost very, very frequently says, do you want to be well? And I think that's a really important question to ask ourselves first. Do we want to be well? And so I love that that's a big piece in it.
And thanks to Gabe for doing the sound.
I'm Deb. I just wanted to say that I met Beth on a Zoom call a couple of months ago with Minnesota Interfaith Power and Light, which I know you all are very familiar with. You have solar panels and wonderful things you're doing. And we've had lunch together now, so it's great.
New friend.
Yeah. And so Beth invited us here, so I really thank you for coming. And I just wanted to tell you two things. On your little handout, there's a QR code that will take you right to a hot off the press website that we've made. You'll be the first ones to look at it. It's called the planetcareroadshow.org, but that QR code on the paper will take you right there. And also in the back, on that side, there's some turtles. And they're upside down right now. And if you want to, as you're leaving, turn them, one of them up, right side up, just as a symbolic gesture of your commitment to Planet Care, we would love to see that.
And if you would like us to come to your
if you'd like us to come to your meeting or gathering or any kind of group, we're happy to do that. We want to share.
One more thing, we decided we have a climate justice team of about 4, 5, 6 people, and we decided that we want to give you each a certificate because you have created hope for us. And so these each say, this certifies and that so-and-so, so-and-so has received this award as an ambassador of hope. So just identify yourself. This one is for Claire Flynn. Take it to Claire. This one is for Paige Flynn. Evelyn Kundig. Oh, there's Evie. Can you hand that top one to her? Simone Kundig. Ambassadors of Hope. Audrey Kundig. That's you. All right. Pastor Zoe Kuster, take that over to.
Thank you.
And Timothy Franchitz, where's Tim? Oh, musician Tim. All right. Joanne Lynch.
She's not here.
Oh, she's not here. All right.
I will be playing the role of Joanne today.
Now, Vince Jacobson is the one who built the stage. Where's Vince? Take that to Vince. And Gabe Flynn, you got to get another one.
You too.
He's sound man.
Thank you very much.
And Deb Flynn. And I think there's a Hillary. Where's Hillary?
She's way in the back.
Okay, we've got one for you. Who did I miss?
Nobody.
Anybody? Oh, good, I didn't miss anybody. Thank you all so much for bringing us not only music and joy, but hope for our own planet future. And we support you wherever you go next. Where do you go next? Do you know?
City of...
Yes.
You're looking for
we're gonna-
places.
We do, there's a singing circle every Saturday morning on Nicollet 24th at the Waldorf School. If you ever want to join for singing, come, but we're going to do it on February 10th at about 11 a.m. You could come sing at 10 and then hang on for this, or just come at 11.
Where again?
2344 Nicollet Avenue South at Waldorf School is there.
Oh, okay.
And it's on the website.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on your website. All right, good. And I think Eileen has a little something for you too. But thank you all for coming and for putting your hearts together.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are very passionate about climate justice here, and so during our church service, we took an offering to give to you guys to help you with more presentations and everything you put together. I have a check for $309.
Thanks for coming. Thank you. If you want to help carry.
What is good for the world will be good for us. What is good for the world will be good for us. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. Strong hands, wide heart, clear mind. New mind.